these lovely bottles behind, and I'll talk about that later because I think that's really helpful in whatever you're working with, because it works with your soul, it works with colour energy, it works with crystal energy, and it's very supportive to your affirmations, very supportive to whatever goal you've set for yourself. So that's a beautiful tool to work with, it's soul consciousness. And we can also look at your blocks, you know, how you're stopping love coming into your life through the colours. So that's a nice way of doing that. So I'll do that in the second half of the day for you. The first half of the day will be about clearing. Will be about clarity and clearing. So knowing what we want and why we want it, getting to the essence of what you want in a soulmate, and translating that to yourself. And then also clearing any negativity, clearing the blocks. You know, what is it that's stopping you? What's the fear? What's the negativity? What's that negative chatter that maybe you're not aware of at the moment? So that will be the first half of the day. Second half of the day will be forgiveness of past pain, because forgiveness is a big, big key to opening the heart center. And then we'll move into manifesting. Okay, so that's fun. That's a fun bit. Obviously, it's just a day workshop, so we're very limited in what we can cover today. So it's just a broad stroke of the work, because this work is detailed. We could go on for days and days and days. But I'll talk to you about other things that we could do later on if you're interested in carrying on. Because the important thing is that you keep doing the work, you keep working on yourself. So today, just think of today as a start, it's like a kickstart. And then if you continue, it's a rolling effect. Okay, but that's up to you. So how quickly this process works and how efficiently and how powerfully it works is going to be up to you. Okay, but you're all here, you're committed, so I trust that you'll do that. Okay, a little bit about myself. I won't take too much time with this, but basically I've always been spiritual since I was a child, but I was raised Roman Catholic, so the psychic part of me went underground for many years. I didn't want to admit or share that with anyone, but I was always sensitive and I could always tell things about people. And it wasn't until the age of 21 that I had a nervous breakdown, and it's actually because of past love that my psychic gifts came back. So my ex-fiance broke up with me, it was a whole mess, and I was so dark at the time, and I had no self-esteem at the time. I actually had an eating disorder at the time, so I didn't love myself, that I actually was considering suicide. So I was that low. And I knew about Louise Hay, and I knew about, I had all these books, I had a library of books at the time, and what I did was, instead of just knowing it mentally, I went back, and to save my own life, I actually did the exercises and did the meditations. And I'm talking about morning, noon and night, really applying it like homework, like it was a job, because I couldn't survive 1 second to the next without thinking suicidal thoughts. And then slowly, before you knew it, I started to love myself, and I'd go out, get some help, go to healers. It wasn't traditional help, it wasn't psychotherapy, it wasn't, going to a doctor, it was going to healers, going to psychics, going to spiritual church, it was reading, it was taking care of myself. And before you knew it, I started to love myself, and I started to really heal the pain of the past and forgive, to the point that I could forgive the man that had done this to me, and to the point that I could forgive and love everybody, including me, and then fall in love with myself. And that's the gift that I hope you guys will get. Start falling in love with you, because that's where the yummy stuff is. That's where the magic is. And then within 9 months of really applying the meditations and knowing what I wanted in a soulmate, I used the affirmation that I made up, today's the day I meet my soulmate, which is why I called this workshop, Today's the Day I Meet My Soulmate. And we'll work on affirmations later on, how to craft your specific affirmation, because it's very important that you get the words right for you. But that was the key for me that made me realise, oh yes, it's possible, yes, that feels good, that feels exciting. And I did that hundreds of times a day. And within 9 months, somebody popped along. Julian and I met, and it was literally a whirlwind. We had a first date. He moved in here on our first date. We didn't sleep with each other. It was just a good friendship. It was like he came over one night and that was it. He never left. Within 2 weeks we'd said we love each other. Within 4 months we married each other. It was just crazy. And all along there was lots of synchronicity that the universe gave me to say, yeah, this is your soulmate, this is it. From the same dream that we had when we were kids, to the same car. I was looking for a car at the time. I was looking for a black Renault Clio, and I nearly bought one from someone at work, and then 2 weeks later when we met, his car was, what do you think? A Renault Clio. Not quite black, but navy blue, so close enough, right?
I wanted the black one, though.
But he wanted the black one. Lots of things like that, and we had the same TV, the same speakers, we were reading the same book, and all sorts of weird things. And he was living, where I was working, no one knew about Perivale, but he was living near here, in South Ealing, so it was like, it was a game. The universe knew we were going to meet. So, and we've been married now for 12 years, and it's been an incredible, delicious journey. And just, out of all the workshops that I do, the Soulmate one is the one that I feel most excited about, because I've lived it and I know it works. And the techniques and the meditations that I'm going to share with you are the exact same ones that I did all those years ago. Okay, before The Secret and all that, law of attraction works, but there's so many other elements to it. So I'm going to share that with you today. Okay? Julie, do you have any words before we carry on?
If you want to know more about how I manifested my lovely soulmate husband within 9 months, and about how I married him only 4 months later, you can buy the book Pearls of Wisdom for Living a Richer Life at the Angelic Creations gift shop. For more information about Angelic Creations workshops and courses, or to find out more about the other therapies and one-to-one sessions that I, Renee, offer, please go to www.angelic-creations.net. Thank you and namaste.